today we're going to talk golf today. We talked all last week about the Canadian Open, phenomenal success. We are so happy. We got 4 great days of weather. We had the best field ever for the Canadian Open. We had a monster winner, Rory McIlroy. Couldn't have been any better. And this week we moved right into the U.S. Open. You and I were just talking about the compacted schedule now, and the fact that those of us who watch golf all the time are going to kind of end early. Like, it's all going to be over the middle of August. But the other thing it's done is packed in excitement.
Well, I like it a lot. I really do, and it really brings a lot of excitement to golf early. And they're hitting apparently the stride they want to hit because even with basketball and hockey, they don't play during the day. Yeah. That's what football does. The Saturday's college day and Sunday's NFL day. They play during the day, so golf has had no chance. So I agree. Like, I've loved it. It was just a shock to me when I thought, man, it's over in the middle of August. We're going to have to get into baseball, I guess, at the end of August and September there. But yeah, no, I love it. I mean, these majors back to back are awesome. They think the next major is only 3 or 4 weeks away after this one is cool. It allows the players to stay ready, stay relevant. The golf schedule stays relevant to me. The tournaments do. It's just awesome. Great tournament after great tournament. Every week you're turning it on. There's a star near the lead. And then, obviously it can make it easier for someone to win all the majors. So, no, I've thoroughly enjoyed this schedule. I'm sure you have too, and it's getting great vibes from the fans of golf. I know the players are saying it's a little much, but hey, deal with it, man up. Let's go.
Yeah, they're such whiners.
They're such whiners.
Tough life being a golfer.
It's all good, and we got the U.S. Open this week, so let's talk about it.
Yeah, and actually, so those of you
pull up my picks here.
Yeah, while you're doing that, so those of you who have not kind of followed golf, as we're into the U.S. Open this week, this show here is particularly about our picks for this week. To let you know, we've been really successful in picking on our golf. Last week we were all over the leaderboard, top 10 with our picks, and we think we'll be the same here in the U.S. Open. So we're going to get onto that. We are going to do a separate show on a couple other topics, but this is our pick show and trying to figure out who's going to win the U.S. Open.
Yeah. So what we've done here is we've done our 3 favorites, more realistic chances to win this event, and 2 long shots. Like I say, you might as well go put $1 on a lot of these guys out here.
The odds are amazing.
Well, depending on how much money you have, it might be 5, but the odds are amazing for a lot of these guys. And in a major, you truly never know who might poke their head out and have a great week. It could be someone old with experience. It could be someone young and not caring that they're on the U.S. Open and just playing free. You never know. It could be one of your favorites, too. Yeah. We certainly have belief in a couple of the favorites. But I'd say go look at this. Go put some odds on it. The great thing about golf is, you never get any favorites like you will in a one-on-one basketball, like team versus team. There's none of that.
The true favorite's 9-1.
That's the biggest favorite on the board, so that's pretty special.
So who you got?
So I'm going to start off with my favorite, my lock. He is going to win by 5 or more. Absolute guarantee. I don't even know why we're even talking about anybody else. I don't even know why we're even watching. Just give him the trophy. And that's Rory McIlroy. He's going to win by a bunch this week. I'm all hyped on Rory. I picked him to win the Canadian Open. I said he'd win by 3 or more. He did. He's going to follow it up with the U.S. Open. Rory McIlroy. Okay. Yeah, so he's my favorite. He's the lock. I think he's going to win big. I think the way he's driving the ball is unbeatable. Secondly, I'm going to go with Brandt Snedeker. And, Brandt Snedeker to me played well last week. He's won the AT&T Pebble Beach twice already. He drives it straight. He putts it well. I don't think it will play that long for him. He's not the longest, but he's long enough, I think, to get around this golf course. I think someone who likes the golf course won there, played well last week, good putter, hit it straight. That's a recipe for success. So, Rory, Brandt Snedeker. Last but not least, I don't know why he's actually 34-1 is Adam Scott.
Yeah.
I think he'd be one of the favorites. I know he can't putt, but man, you want to see a better ball striker. Good luck. He's the best ball striker I've maybe ever seen. The way he's hitting it this year is incredible. Yeah. He's contended at every single major. And honestly, if he can get something going with that goddamn putter of his, he'll win for sure. So, I think he'll be a hard second to Rory, who's going to win by 12. But Adam Scott's got to be a pick in there. He's got to be a top 10 play, but a win bet it for sure at 34-1. Adam Scott, man, if you can find a putter, you're going to be very good this week. So those are my picks that are my favorites. You got Rory, Adam Scott, Brandt Snedeker, all between 9-1 Rory, 34-1 Scott, and 51-1 Snedeker. My long shot, and he should get some talk this week, is actually the defending champ. Last time was at Pebble Beach. But he's the defending champ of the U.S. Open. Last time was at Pebble Beach. That's Graham McDowell. And He went away for a little while, to be honest with you. Opened up a restaurant.
Yeah,
I think he had a couple kids, so he kind of got a little sidetracked. He's back this year. He wanted to qualify for the British Open at a golf course he grew up, and his brother still actually works at. That's where the British Open is this year. He got that done last week at the Canadian Open. He's been motivated. He's been playing well. He's been putting like he was in 2012 or 2010. That's when he won all these tournaments. It's when he won the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach. Can he do it again? I think he can. He had a good week at the Canadian Open. He's a straight hitter. He putts amazing. He's a little short, but I think he can get it done this week. Assuming that the wind blows, it's very difficult. I think he won it at like 4 under last time. I think he can get it done again. Graham McDowell, defending champion at Pebble Beach, back at Pebble Beach again this year. He could get it done. Definitely a top 10, top 20 play.
Well, and as we know, it's all about staying in the fairways at this particular
He's
event
100 to 1, sorry.
with the big rough and all that type of stuff. So anyway, mine is also a guy who has won there 3 or 4 times, which is DJ. I think Johnson's going to. This is his week. He's been close. He's been tuning up. He's got the game. He's got the length. He's got everything. The putter's got to work. There's no doubt about that. Sometimes he looks like an 8-year-old putting, and sometimes he can really putt. He might have the same kind of game that Rory's going to have, which is hit it closer. Because if you can stay in the fairway, and I've seen him have tough times driving, but I've also seen him, the one year at the British Open he almost won, was like every drive was in the fairway. It's huge, and that's going to help him here. We're going to hope for the putter to come around, just like Rory did last week. He had all kinds of putting woes. He had a great putting week, hitting it closer. So that's what DJ needs to do as well to make that happen. My other pick that I think is going to happen only because he's due. Ricky Fowler is just due. It was only 3 years ago he finished top 5 in all 4 majors. He's close. He can put a lot of birdies together. Another guy can hit it long, keep it straight.
Hasn't really played a lot, though.
I'm looking. It's been an interesting run up to the U.S. Open. So I'm hoping that this is a breakout week that he's been preparing, as opposed to playing. He's been preparing for this event. I'm thinking he has been, and we're going to see him in there. My third pick is one we talk about every single week is Jordan Spieth. I know he's been preparing because that's all he talks about: preparation for the U.S. Open, preparation for the U.S. Open. I just hope he's right. I hope he's got his game to him. He's had some great rounds. He's had some horrible rounds. But if he can put the 4 great rounds together, which is a type of thing for him, I want him to win. Golf needs him to win. He needs to get a 4th major this year. I think this is the one he's got the shot, that driver. Man, oh man, I hope he's figured it out because he's got to stay in the fairway. But he's kind of a middle pick. He's not a favorite. He's not a total long
favorite than Fowler.
But he's they're both up there in the odds that you can wager on. So Jordan's my number 3 pick and my cheering favorite. Golf needs Jordan Spieth to start winning some majors, so we can test Jack's record and also Tiger's. So that's what you can see there. My long shot is a favorite of ours, is Jason Duffner. He's had a little bit of an up and down career. He wins sometimes when you don't believe it. He has won a major, so he has that ability. He's been getting closer this year.
Up there on the board.
Seems to be in the game. He's got his body shape back that he likes. He lost all that weight, and then was divorced anyway, so we put it all back on. He's playing better golf. So it reminds me years ago, those of you might not remember Craig Statler, which I remember, is he was open this weekend. We are going to come back with some other stories about the U.S. Open, and we'll